Now we'll look at the types of parsers. There are various types of parsers that are used to parse a sentence to determine whether it follows the correct structure of a given language or not. The different types of parsers are link parser, chart parser, transition network parsers, definite clause parser, and there is one more augmented transition network parsers. These parsers we'll look at as we go along. The first one is link parser. If you recall, parse tree was created using top-down parsing or bottom-up parsing method, and the sentence appears at the leaf nodes, and the tree, the parse tree, is built from the rules of the grammar. That is one way of doing parsing. Another one is by using link grammar. In this link grammar, parse tree is not created, rather a sequence of uh, grammatical categories are put up in a series, and then it is checked whether that sequence follows the correct pattern or not. Link grammar was proposed by Davy Temperley and Daniel Slater in the year 1993. This link grammar builds relations between pairs of words. As I told you, instead of building a tree in hierarchical format, it what does it do is it creates a relationship between words. For instance, if you have a subject verb object in a sentence, what can be done is you start with the subject. Parsing can begin from the left and also at the right. When you are reading from the left, you get to know what is the subject, who is the subject, and at right you get to know the object, what is the object. Thus what happens is the sentence format gets clear as it is read through left and right side. And this grammar essentially has special notations. The right word links are represented with plus. Left word links, link to right is plus, left word with minus, and optional links are contained in curly braces. Also, undesirable links are contained in any number of square brackets. For instance, if a sentence does not follow a pattern, a structure, and undesirable links are created that can be put up in brackets. And to join multiple links, conjunction, which is ampersand, or disjunction, which is or, may be used. and each rule ends with a semicolon. Look at an example. Link grammar rules for subject, verb, object type languages. English is one such language which has subject, verb, object uh, format. Link grammar rules and interpretation of rule. What does this rule means? So primarily this det plus means what? That something follows at right. Towards the right, when you go on traversing, you find something else. So it is like determiner is defined as the label det, and it is connected to some word to its right. And det minus and sub plus. It is learned that this this curly brackets used for something which is optional. Det minus is to left. Something which is right is plus. Minus is to left. So there is a subject which follows a word on its right. Also it has a determiner to its left, which is an optional, and both are combined joined by using conjunction ampersand. And here it is determiner which is at the left side and joined by object. Object typically occurs as the last word in a sentence. So that is object minus. The another grammar rule is sub minus and obj plus. Sub minus is this is occurring at the left object and joined by object, which is optional here, object, and plus any other term which follows object to the right. And it and all of you, if you observe here, all are ending with a semicolon. Let us look at an example. The girl sings a song. This is a sentence. The is determiner det. So D here implies determiner, N for noun, V verb, D determiner again, N noun. You are tagging. This is like tagging. The is tagged with determiner tag, separated by a colon. The colon D. Girl colon N. Sings colon V. It is a verb. And link grammar aspect of this is shown here. Det determiner plus. Here there is a determiner and something follows determiner. What follows determiner? Subject follows. Who is the subject here? Girl is the subject. After girl also you have plus. Why plus? Because primarily here verb follows the subject, which is girl. So verb, here comes verb. So that's why there is a plus here. And the last part, a song is an object which in turn has determiner D and a song. Now, this way you are creating a link between the words by using link grammar rules, and the parser that does this is known as a link parser. Going ahead, chart parser. Chart, you create charts. Chart parser mainly deals with charts. And thus it got its name as chart parser. It stores parses of intermediate constituents to be reused while trying alternative parsing path. And chart parsers store intermediate parses. And at the time of backtracking and bottom-up parsing, what does it do is it reuses the chart. It creates some sort of elements that are reused. So a data structure called chart is maintained to keep a record of the state of the bottom-up parse traversed. It is traversing in a bottom-up manner and also creating a data structure uh, called a chart. And that chart keeps a record of all the words that have been parsed. This is the grammar for uh, used for creating a chart in chart parser. I think it's same as the previous one, same grammar. The sentence is the cute girl sings a song. What happens here is there are 6 words, and here they have been numbered with the corresponding positions. This one is the, 2 is cute, 3 is girl, 4 sings, 5a, 6 song, 7 full stop. Chart parser now creates a chart. How does it create a chart? First, each word is called as a token because the parser input is the tokenized form of a sentence. When a sentence is split up into its constituent words, essentially each word is called as a token. The first token, what are active in this? Here rule numbers are given. Here rule number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The occurs in rule number 2, rule number 3. So rule number 2 and rule number 3. And active arc. The arc is from 1 to 2. Arc, it is going like 1 to 2. Here noun phrase, you have determiner, and this this is a sort of pointer which is keeping track of what has been parsed and what is yet to be parsed. It's the position. So this small o is keeping track of the position. So what happens is after the is read, is parsed, after the is parsed, the pointer has come in between the and noun when you talk about rule number 2. And when you talk about rule number 3, the after the you have adjective and noun. After that, in the sentence, what occurs next? It depends on whether there is just a noun or adjective and noun, both. What follows determines which rule is to be applied. Then comes cute. As it goes forward, it encounters cute. Cute is 1, 2, 3. or it can be 2 to 3. If you go from 1 to 3, means the cute. uh, it is rule number 3, the cute determiner adjective. Only if you follow from 2 to 3 arc number 2 to 3 and omit the part, then rule number 4 has to be applied, wherein there is an adjective and expects a noun, which to be its subsequent token. Girl. The next token is girl. When you start from 1 to 4, it is like determiner, adjective, noun, and the entire constituent parts form noun phrase. Entire thing of determiner, adjective, and noun forms noun phrase. This is rule number 3, and it is from 1 to 4. Those position numbers have been marked starting with the. If only 2 to 4 is being parsed, then rule number 1, which is noun phrase has completed. How noun phrase has completed? Because no, this 2 to 4 means it is adjective and noun. Cute girl. The position comes here. And 1 to 4, in 1 to 4, noun phrase ends. Noun phrase has determiner, adjective, noun, and all the 3 tokens parsed belonged to determiner, adjective, and noun categories, and thus the noun phrase ends here. In a main sentence, noun phrase part is parsed. And next comes sings. Sings from 4 to 5, it is just a verb. If rule number 6 is applied, then it expects a noun phrase after this verb. Otherwise, it ends after verb. A. From 5 to 6, rule number 2, the noun. And another rule can be applied, which is rule number 3, the adjective and noun. Song is 6 to 7 arc. Rule number 2, which is determiner, noun. Determiner was A and noun is song. Rule number 6 says that you do it for rule number 6 is verb followed by noun phrase. Which is verb here? Verb is sings. Sings followed by noun phrase. That brings to the end of the verb phrase. Or rule number, it can be rule number 1. If you start from 1 to 7, noun phrase was already done, verb phrase is also completed. Now the pointer is at the end, which gives the output as, if you look at this column, it is completed constituents. What has been completed? In this case, it was just determiner. Here also determiner. Here determiner and adjective. Here just adjective. Here noun phrase. Noun phrase including determiner, adjective, and noun. Here also noun phrase. Noun phrase. Just the verb. Here also just verb. Here determiner, determiner. Here noun phrase. And this one is verb phrase. And if you just go up, you find that Sentence actually encompasses noun phrase and verb phrase. Thus, we obtain the sentence here at the end of this chart. This is chart parser. So here, what is given is for this chart parser, two parse trees have been given for this sentence. The girls saw a man in the park with a cat. So when you evaluate this, both parse trees are shown in this format. Before looking into the two parse tree formats, look at these grammar rules. You have sentence. Sentence leads to noun phrase, verb phrase. It means in place of sentence, you can have noun phrase, verb phrase. And noun phrase can be determiner, noun, and these are rule numbers. If you observe here, there is something new which is used here, which is a preposition. So far, we have looked at determiner, adjective, noun, and verb. And here, preposition has been introduced. Preposition followed by noun phrase. So, a verb phrase can have a verb, noun phrase, and it ends with preposition. Preposition phrase. Preposition phrase in turns has preposition and noun phrase. When the sentence is parsed, the girl, these two make up a noun phrase. Saw. From here, verb phrase begins. Saw, because it is a verb. And then after saw, again there is a noun phrase. A man is a noun, determiner, noun phrase. Preposition in is a preposition. So this is preposition phrase. Again followed by the park, which is noun phrase. With is a preposition. A cat is a noun phrase. If you observe this parse tree, you understand that you are generating another parse structure as well, which is giving a different meaning. What is the meaning here? The meaning is a cat is a noun phrase to this preposition with a man in the park with a cat. Here it is like with a cat, it can be applied to the girl also. So this is another way of putting preposition based on the rules. Okay, so tomorrow we'll look at the simple transition network.